All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Asham. Take 2. Mark.
Settle.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
What's
up? The noise gate, David. My God, the noise gate.
Penn, you couldn't get yourself under control.
It's like fourth grade all over again.
Yeah. Explains why you didn't graduate.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, when I got to school in fifth grade, Kyle and Eddie and Chrissy and Paul and Andy, they all walked in the main building, turned right.
To high school. To
fifth grade. To fifth grade. And then I walked in the door and I was directed to turn left. And me and Frankie had Mr. Schneider.
Oh.
And that's when I knew I was a little different. That's when I knew.
The first time.
Yeah, right.
First time for everything?
Yeah. So we got the noise gate under control. We're rolling with our fourth video show, right?
Oof.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the feedback has not been universally positive.
No.
I got a complaint from a new listener.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to name names, but his name's Andrew.
Whoa.
And we'll just call him Ayo, right?
Ayo.
And Ayo's problem is he used to listen to the show while he was working.
Yeah.
And now he feels like he gets sucked in and he's like watching the show.
You know, you can still listen to it. It's still available.
Right. But why would you listen when you can watch?
Exactly. You
Right?
wouldn't be able to see the cat.
Right. My God, the cat.
Yeah. You know.
But either way, you're getting the benefit of the noise gate. So
you know, we had a comment, I would say a little negative on YouTube, right? And I assumed it was for you.
Obviously.
Right?
Everybody loves David.
And I was like, it's got to be for Penn. It was on one of our shorts.
Yeah. And what was it?
And I was like, it's got to be Penn.
Right.
It turns out you weren't like even in the short.
Right. Our team knows what the people want, and what they want is David.
And it said, all this guy does is repeat himself. So much for a critical podcast review.
Oh, snap.
And I was like, hey, I don't know if anyone's ever said I wasn't critical before.
Right? That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about us.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it.
That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said about us, because it leaves you with the impression that we're trying to be like grown-ups.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah. Not on this show.
Right. Buddy, you are sorely mistaken. You are in the wrong space.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, all right, fine.
Now, I had one guy commented. Again, I don't want to name names, but we'll just call him Ayo.
Yeah.
Ayo said, because the first video show we did, we repeated the bit that we've been doing for years, the what's your problem with Penn?
Yeah.
And my friend texted me and was like, just spit it out. We know you have a problem, spit it out. I was like, Andrew, that's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole bit.
What the heck?
Yeah. So people are adjusting, and this is a brave new world. I think, we're heroes. I don't know. I don't want to throw that word around,
Is what it's kind of a small way to say it.
Right. A small way to say it, right?
Angels.
Right. Saints. Right.
Something
Well, anyway,
like
of all the podcasters, we're two of them.
We're definitely two of them.
And now that we're on YouTube, does that make us YouTubers?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So if I follow somebody who has an actual show and with like shit tons of listeners, can I like go up to them and be their colleague?
Yeah,
can I like introduce
basically.
myself?
Yeah, I don't think there's any type of level. I think once you do it once,
right.
You're in.
You're in.
You're in.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have how many views? That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, that's cool.
We had a couple.
We have views too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also have views.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for news?
Please.
There's so much news.
Is it hard-hitting journalism?
Look, I wouldn't say that it's weak-hitting journalism.
It's not hard-hitting or journalism.
It's almost like someone else reports on the news and then we just parrot it.
make fun of it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's weird. I don't think anyone's caught on.
It's what we do.
Yeah. Let's start off with Godzilla -0.
Yeah, this is your thing.
Yeah.
Do you want me to report to our listeners the reason why they call it -0?
Yeah.
It's Godzilla -0.
-1 was the first one.
Because that's the score between Godzilla and the hometown of Japan that he clobbered.
Yeah.
Now, why they can't just say like Godzilla 1, Japan 0, or like Godzilla 14, Japan 13.
Right.
Like why they have to
Because
do...
Japan didn't score any points.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The whole movie title is designed to weed out people who are not hip to the cool, like Godzilla vibe, the gorillas vibe, and then the secret people who know the secret handshake. They're into it and they get it. They get the name of the score and they know what's going on with this movie. So if you get it, then you get it, and if you don't, then you're just a dope like me.
Yeah. Well, the first one was called Godzilla -1.
Right.
And what that meant, it's basically like the doomsday clock. 5 minutes to 11,
Right.
5 minutes to midnight. That's what it means. It's like, it means, no, I'm sorry. That's wrong. -1 is when a country is hit while it's down.
Okay.
And that's what Godzilla.
And you're supposed to know this. The regular, normal human being is supposed to know this how?
Well, because you're supposed to be up on wartime stuff.
Right. Okay.
Right?
All right. Tell us about this news.
Anyway,
This is
Godzilla
dumb.
-0.
I love the movie. I hate the insider baseball that they used to name it.
Godzilla -0, the sequel, has reportedly secured a worldwide IMAX release.
Dope.
Yeah. I think I love the first one.
And I love IMAX.
We have
It's like
rings
it's a
that
match.
or
It's a
anything?
match made in heaven. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm all for it. I mean, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. For sure.
-1 was
Do we have a
spectacular.
date on this?
No.
No. This is like Matrix 5.
Come on. No, but this is more like they're already making it and they've secured the release stuff.
You know who does have dates?
Who?
Our friends over at Pixar. They got a slew of them.
Tell me about it.
Well, some other journalist somewhere,
Okay.
reporting that Pixar's future lineup is stacked.
Stacked.
Monsters, Inc. 3 is in early development. Incredibles 3 is looking for 2028, and Coco 2 is set for 2029.
Yeah. All sequels.
So we're saying Monsters, Inc., which everybody loves, Incredibles, which everybody loves, Coco, which everybody loves, are all getting sequels.
This is one of those situations where, someone tells you there's a new, I don't know, horror movie franchise like Scream 8 or something, or let's just say Star Wars 10.
Right.
And you're kind of like, oh, cool.
No. I'm not going to let you do that. You can't lump Star Wars. Star Wars having another title is not the same as Scream 8, Scream 12, Rocky 14. Star Wars is the continuation of a beloved franchise that has expanded in a thoughtful fashion over many, many years. And when they're ready to start another trilogy, they start another trilogy. And that's what they do. And it's a totally different thing than just cranking out another remake of the same movie over and over.
I mean, you saw the 8, 9, and 10, 8, 6, 7, and whatever.
What David? Which ones?
You saw last trilogy, right?
See, if you were a Star Wars guy, you would know.
Yeah.
We're talking 7, 8, and 9.
7, 8, and 9.
Right, so we're staring down the barrel of Star Wars 10, which may or may not be true.
We're not. It's not true. The next one's
is not Star Wars 10.
Is The Mandalorian Grogu.
No. But I'm talking.
That's not
I'm
10.
talking in 2027. But I know that is also not 10.
Right.
That's not the start of a new trilogy. But I'm just saying.
What if they never do a 10 because they're like, we can never be a 10 out of 10?
Right. They probably won't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that I take issue. Another Star Wars movie is not the same as another, Scream 8.
Well, Penn, that's why you have opinions and I report the news.
Right. So I'm down for all these sequels. I mean, Pixar is back in the game. By the way, Hoppers, which we didn't review, but Hoppers opened this week to massive box office. And what's more impressive than the box office is how everybody who's seeing this movie is loving it.
Right. Well, what I was getting at is when when Pixar does a sequel, it's generally on par or better than the first one.
Right.
They have a really good track record with their sequels.
Yeah. You know what movie sneaks up on people but when you bring it up, they're like, "Oh my god, I love that movie." Coco.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, people
Yeah.
don't name Coco when they're naming their favorite Pixar movies, but if you bring it up to someone, they love it. They go nuts for it. They're like, "Oh, I loved that movie." You know why? Because everybody loves their grandma.
That's true.
That's just how it is.
That's true.
That's just how it is.
Podcast at pencinema.com if you love your grandma.
Podcast at pencinema.com if you are your grandma.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Do we have grandmas listening to the show?
do we?
We should.
We should.
Your sound effects are going to work better with the volume, up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no professional like you. I mean,
it's no big deal. I mean, you
I'm not a
would've-
big shot.
You would have thought we were set up for the show before we started.
right,
but
right.
There's no proof that,
Right.
that we weren't.
Okay, the next piece of news is a little gem well, do you want to report on it since I sort of stepped on your Pixar story?
Oh, no, I don't know. This
Okay,
is you.
so Quentin Tarantino this is not what you would call movie news.
Right.
But I think that Quentin Tarantino is enough of a Hollywood legend, enough of a big shot movie guy.
Wait, did he make his last movie yet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But what I'm reporting today is that I read that Quentin Tarantino is developing, quote, an old-fashioned British farce play. He's going to write a play.
Oh.
And
Anything not to hold himself to his
Right.
11 movie thing.
I know, I hear you, but like, let the man cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's Quentin Tarantino. We're gonna love it. I hope the play is like Pulp Fiction-y, like presented out. Like, I will 100% make an effort to see this play.
Yeah.
Would you go see? Well, you're a big theater guy. I mean,
Yeah,
ever
I would-
since
I
you all
would
saw
watch it.
Pirates of Penzance,
Yeah.
you know,
It was ballet.
ballet. Well, ballet theater, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, it's
isn't that
kinda-
like
yeah,
it's
I guess
people
so.
on a stage?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Isn't life just on a stage? Aren't we just actors?
Life is
in
just
this
a
big
song.
story.
Speaking of stories, David,
Yeah.
last week I wanted to talk about the Penn Cinema Storytime, but I think I forgot.
No, I think you did. But
Did we talk
let's-
about it?
Let's get into it.
All right,
'Cause
so
I don't know if you remember, there was about a 5-minute gap where you were like, "This is my family member, and they do this podcast, and they do this special thing, and this, and they're
Right.
the best that's ever been, and
Right.
they've never promoted us ever because they don't care about us." Is that true?
I did do some research. I asked Amy if she cared about us, and she said she does.
Yeah.
That was research topic number one.
She's like, "I care about you guys, but not the show."
Right.
Is that-
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
Second of all, do you remember last week when I was promoting her show? And I said it's called Plant the Seed of Learning, and it's an early childhood development show. And then I corrected myself, and I said, no, it's early childhood education show. And then I was like, oh, I forget which one it is.
Early
And
childhood development?
right, versus education.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't remember, and it was bugging me. So I asked her, and she said it's both.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I keep getting confused, because she's sort of the early childhood development expert, and her co-host Crystal, who's amazing,
Yeah.
is the early childhood education expert. And between the two of them, now their show is very different than ours. It's they have a guest on, and they do it by a Zoom call, and it's an amazing show. It's really interesting, but it is early childhood education and early childhood development. So if you're a teacher or a parent or a grandma,
Right.
then this is the show for you.
I have an idea.
Talk to me.
We need to develop the world's first
No.
Penn Cinema podcast host exchange program
Yes.
where we, maybe once a month we have an exchange, we have
Right.
an exchange, and either the full hosts come over and just have to do our show,
Yeah.
and we have to do their show,
Right.
or maybe one or the other. No prep time.
Right.
You just have to do it.
The beautiful thing is they could come on and do this show.
Oh yeah.
And then we go to do their show and we're like, so kids, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
They're
I'm
little.
like, tell me about them. Boy, do I know.
I was a kid. Anyway, so Amy is leading the Penn Cinema Storytime,
Yeah.
which is now the last Saturday morning of every month at 9:30 a.m. Kids are $8. Parents get in for free.
Whoa, that's a
And
reverse.
yeah, it's a game changer. And last month we had our first one, and it was literally sold out. It was a huge success. And this month, coming up on March 28th, we have. So what they do is they read a children's book. They have a guest reader who reads the book in front of the audience, and then they do a little movement exercise, and then they watch a movie which loosely relates to the book. So in March, which is coming up on Easter, for those who celebrate. On March 28th at 9:30 a.m., they're going to read a children's book called The Good Egg.
Oh.
And then they're going to do a little movement exercise like we do on our show.
Right.
And then they're going to watch Hop. Remember that?
Yeah.
That Hop movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think I saw Hop, but I remember it.
How dare you?
Right.
After he hopped into our lives, and you couldn't even watch his movie.
Right. It's true.
Yeah. Well, Penn, I think that's all the news that's fit to print. Is that right?
That's the wrong one.
That is the wrong
Yeah.
one.
See, I'm all ready. I did my
That is-
calisthenics. I was ready to dance.
That means I have to pack this board up
Yep.
and take it home
Yep. So
and fix
is
that.
this like sound effect roulette now? Every button you hit, we have no idea what sound it's going to be.
No, because that should have been... That was wrong, too.
David, this week we have 4 trailers to enjoy. I think they're all good.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad one on there.
I'm really miffed at myself about
This is
that.
the shortest list we have yet.
Oh, this is bad. This is a short list.
This is the short list. There's only 4 trailers, but like I said, there's 4 good trailers. We have a trailer about Tourette's syndrome called I Swear.
Yeah.
We have a trailer about television legends called
Yeah.
Lorne. We have a trailer about Scream 7, and I spotted Sinners, and I spotted another horror movie that was in there. A few different. Megan 2.0 is in
Megan.
there.
Hard Eyes.
Yeah, so a horror movie about horror movies called Scary Movie. And then we have a movie, which I'm going to give you a pass.
Yeah. I acknowledge.
Yeah, yep. So we have a TV show that is produced in what we refer to as theatrical format,
Right.
which people will mistakenly call it a movie, but it's only available on TV, therefore it is TV.
Right.
Right.
A TV movie.
The television movie is called Mike and Nick and Alice.
We're going to start there?
Let's start there.
Okay. Mike and Nick and Alice. I think this looks great.
I do too.
I think, watching this, I was like, how is this not in the theaters?
Right.
What's wrong with it?
You
know, that's what makes me question. When they're not putting it in the theater, I think, is it not as good as it looks? Is it just trailer well?
I have Why? I have a different take on it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking the same thing while I was watching the trailer. I was thinking two of the same thoughts. The first thought is, this looks really great. The second thought is, why isn't this coming to theaters? And I watched the whole trailer, and at the end, my question was answered.
What's that?
The little screen that came up at the end, it said, only on Hulu. This is Disney throwing a lifeboat, a life jacket, a life preserver to Hulu. Like this, I think this movie is as good as it looks, and they're desperately trying to do something, because probably the executive who's in charge of Hulu is like, hey, look at these great movies coming to Peacock. Look at these great movies coming to HBO. Look at these great movies coming to all these other places. Look what Netflix is doing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what is Netflix doing? Netflix is playing their biggest movie, Peaky Blinders, in movie theaters. Which, by the way, was a massive hit, a massive success. So maybe some of these other streamers ought to take a page out of Netflix's book and get in bed with Exhibition.
Whoa.
And if they want to take their little TV movie and play it and make it an actual grown-up actual movie, then release it in theaters like a grown-up.
Wow.
But
Ralph Hulu is going to take this seriously.
But instead, Ralph Hulu was like, I need a good movie like all my other counterparts are getting. So finally, because he or she bugged them enough, they were like, okay, fine. We have this great movie starring Vince Vaughn, James Marsden, a couple other people.
Also Vince Vaughn.
And it's only available on Hulu. The movie looks amazing. I'm incredibly disappointed that it's not coming to theaters.
Yeah. Now, I sent this trailer out to some of the boys. And I'm not going to name Chris Hall Productions and Diamond Eye Derek out loud. So that I don't want them to get
Well,
called
they're
out.
dead to me now. They haven't written in what, months?
Yeah.
Years? Has it been? I bet you it's been over a year.
Diamond Eye Derek stopped listening.
I thought he died.
Yeah, I thought that too. Every time I talked to him, I'm like, didn't you?
I thought, are you still alive?
I know I talked to you last week, but I thought you died.
I'm sorry. I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
I would have answered your call, but I thought it was weird.
Is this spam? Using my friend's old number?
Right. Went to the funeral and everything, and now the guy's still calling me? Jesus.
So their response was, oh man, this looks like a great pizza movie.
Yeah.
And I said, what? No. Well, I didn't say that. I said, I don't think you understand what a pizza movie is.
Yeah.
Something you've seen before and you've seen.
Right.
This is like a new idea.
Right.
This isn't a pizza movie. It's a
Right.
popcorn movie.
Right.
I'll give you that.
Yes.
And they, even though you, champion of dialogue.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Emperor of sayings.
Right.
Has said what a pizza movie is.
Yes.
Something you've seen before
Right.
and you're happy to have again.
Right. People who listen to the show would know what pizza movie means.
Right.
Yeah.
And they did not get it.
Because
thought
they
it-
don't listen to the
They
show.
thought it was just a popcorn movie. And they
Yeah.
thought they were all hip on
No, they're not.
using your lingo. And I said, no, you're not.
Right.
So anyway, I think this looks great. Premise of the movie, because we haven't talked about
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Right? There's a guy, Nick, and I don't know if they're gangsters or just criminals or whatever, right? He's sitting in the car with
James Marsden.
sorry, there's a guy, Mike, and he's sitting in the car with Nick. And the guy's like, go.
Chloroform this
Chloroform
guy.
this guy.
Yeah, knock this guy out.
Yeah. And so he goes to the house and he opens the house and it's Nick. And he tries to chloroform. Turns out Nick from the future traveled back in time to do something to prevent something that happens with present time Nick and Mike and Alice.
Right.
Some sort of heist that goes wrong. Time travel shenanigans ensue. I think it looks funny. I think it looks entertaining. I like the premise. I'm always a sucker for time travel.
I completely agree. I think that this movie has all the things that you said, and then it also leaves some fun questions unanswered. For example, why is Mike beholden to Nick? Like, why is he in the car in the first place taking orders from this guy? Like, what has led to that moment? Like, I want to see this movie so I understand that context.
Yeah. I think
This
Nick
is
is
gonna
like
be
the
good.
ringleader of the gang or whatever.
The posse.
And it seems like Mike is kind of a doofus. What?
We don't use names,
And then
David.
there's the Mike in the movie.
Right.
Because I was talking about you.
Well, what's up?
Whoever.
What's up?
Yeah, anybody I'm like watching. So anyway. Let's move on to the next one. Let's go scary movie.
Okay. June 12th.
I can't believe they're making another one. And I'm more surprised that it took them this long to make another one. But I think, and maybe it's too close together, but it feels like Naked Gun reinvigorating this slapstick
But
type
Naked
of humor.
But Naked Gun was a little bit of a miss, wasn't it? I mean, I know you loved it, but it did not do well in the box office, if I recall.
Yeah, I think yeah. But at the same time, I think for what it was, I think it did because that kind of humor died relatively. Like, you don't see those kind of movies anymore.
Yeah.
I think they took a gamble and it paid off.
Yeah.
I think it did what they wanted it to do and a little bit more, even though it wasn't a blockbuster.
Yeah. Well, here's my take on it. What I was surprised by was that Universal released, or whoever released Scream 7. That wasn't Universal, was it? I don't think it was. But anyway, they released Scream 7, and then Scary Movie was a trailer for it. Like Scary Movie's like making fun of Ghostface.
So they must have known.
Obviously. They're
It must have been what someone would refer to as cahoots.
Yeah. They were in cahoots, and I think that what they're hoping is that Scream 7 has been enough of a success that it sort of springboards, a successful launch for Scary Movie in June.
Yeah. And I was talking to LOL Jamie.
Yeah.
Remember her?
I love her.
Right. And I was like, yeah, Scream 7. I'm telling her about Scream 7. And she goes, I'm just not a fan of the Wayne Brothers movies. And I was like, you understand that I've been talking about a horror movie and not the comedy franchise Scary Movie.
Right.
Oh, I just saw the trailer. I didn't realize. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I necessarily want to see this, but I think that if this is your thing, go for it. And the reason is I'm not going to know all the horror stuff
Right.
to get the jokes.
I think this movie is going to be a fun movie if you're like in the mood to go be entertained.
It's never happened.
But it's not going to be something that like people are making plans. I mean, some people will, but like it's not going to be the kind of thing where you're like, oh, I can't wait. You know what I mean?
Right.
People have been making plans to see Project Hail Mary, which opens on March 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And That's the kind of movie that people are like, Ryan Gosling, like that's the movie they're excited to see. They're talking about it. They read the book, or their wife read the book, whatever. I don't want to name names, but it's me. My wife read the book. But like Project Hail Mary is a movie that people are really excited about, and they're making plans now for when they're going to see it. I feel like Scary Movie is going to do really well, and it's going to be a movie that people really enjoy. But it's going to be a movie people pick because they're like, what do you want to do this weekend? Oh, let's watch a movie. What's playing? Oh, that funny, scary movie is playing. And they're going to go see it.
Teenagers will be all about it.
Yes. That's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
We love the teenagers.
Woo.
All right, next up, we have Mike and Nick and Alice on TV. We have Scary Movie on June 12th in theaters. And next up, we have Lorne, which is a documentary, opens on April 17th. The studio, it's from Focus Features. I love Focus Features. I love working with them. They're a pleasure to work with.
Yeah.
But I've heard nothing from them. So finally this morning while I was watching trailers, I sent an email to my guy and I was like, what are we doing with this movie? It opens in like 10 minutes. So I'll let you know if he replies back. Studio executives, unlike us, they don't work on Sundays.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we got to hang
weird.
around a little bit,
That's so weird.
No. And they don't work on Mondays if it's federal holidays. So you got to like do your bookings and then like hope that on Tuesday, when you're already now scheduling show times.
It's no respect.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
This is my trailer of the week.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me.
Mike and Nick and Alice would have been my trailer of the week, but it's a movie for TV.
Right.
So Lauren looks like something, because I like SNL, you like SNL. I've really been liking the Lonely Islands podcast, going behind. You haven't listened to it yet, have you?
No. Why would I listen to it just because you told me to listen to
You
it
like SNL
100 times?
You're like the big SNL guy.
Yeah, I'm a huge SNL guy.
Don't you like the digital shorts?
I love the digital shorts.
Well, they're talking about making the digital shorts.
Right.
I forgot you like entertainment. You don't like how entertainment's made.
I listen to bike racing podcasts. I want to hear about what happened at the most recent bike race.
What if they're racing on bikes while talking about SNL digital
Then I'm in.
shorts?
And then I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was really... Remember when?
Right.
I think this looks like a fun, interesting documentary that I'll watch once, say I really liked it, and then never watch again.
Totally agree. I also think, and I feel guilty for saying this because it's like kind of cheap, but Lorne, so the movie is about Lorne Michaels, the legendary producer behind Saturday Night Live, and who says in the trailer he was too ambitious to actually be a hippie, but he came up in that counter-revolutionary sort of, or whatever you call that era. The part that I didn't want to admit is this movie looks amazing on its own, but then you have the added bait of all those incredible SNL stars are interviewed for it. And it's just going to be so fun. I was watching the trailer. I was like, oh, it's Mike Myers. It's so-and-so. It's Chris Rock. It's so-and-so. It's just one after another. Kristen Wiig, Tina, what's her face?
Turner.
Tina Turner. Yeah, Tina Fey. The only one on there, like, we've talked before, like, we're not big Steve Martin guys.
No,
we're not. He's a little pleased with himself for my taste. He's not down to earth and grounded like us.
I'm sorry, what?
Right, exactly. But anyway, this movie looks amazing, and if it doesn't look amazing enough, they've packed it with every legendary SNL figure that you could think of. So I'm on board. It's not my trailer of the week, but it looks amazing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would have put all the money on this being the trailer of the week.
Yeah.
Because if you asked me who is an SNL sucker,
this guy,
I would have said Penn Ketchum.
Right. No, he's just a regular sucker.
He's just a regular sucker. So, all right. Well, so Lorne, documentary about Lorne Michaels. What is your trailer of the week? And I swear, if it's I swear. Yeah. This is a BAFTA winner.
Yes, this movie is my trailer of the week. The movie is called I Swear, and it is based on a true story of a guy with Tourette's who goes through life, and suffering and, gets himself in all kinds of trouble because of this disease that he has. And apparently, I'm guessing from the movie, brings some awareness, and brings some good. And The one line in the trailer says, you know, I don't think Tourette's is the problem. The problem is people don't understand Tourette's.
Right.
And my only question, sometimes we count on our listeners for a moral compass. You know what I mean? I need somebody like Frodo to write in, and like, I felt a little bit guilty because when he blurts out some of the things he blurts out, like they're funny as hell.
Right.
You know what I mean? And is it acceptable? Can you laugh at that? Like I don't think the guy's trying to be funny because it's a tick, but then he's funny as hell.
I think it's, well, this is scripted, so.
No, obviously this.
Right. So I think the movie is made to make it funny.
Okay, and that's my question. Is that problematic?
I don't think so because they're so involved
Yeah.
in it.
I think the movie looks incredible. I think the trailer looks incredible. I'm not a big fan of, I'll just say, like, this movie does not look preachy, but I'm not a fan of preachy movies. I'm not typically a fan of, like, you know, some story trying to bring to light some hardship. But somehow this movie did it for me. This movie, like, clicked. I feel like it doesn't star anybody we know. It's all fresh people. They all look incredibly talented. I think it's going to be great. The movie's called I Swear. And honestly, I haven't figured out what studio it is, so I don't know if we're going to be getting it. And I can't say much else about it except that it looks really good. My trailer of the week, I Swear.
All right, so trailers of the week this week. Penn has I Swear, and David has the right one. Lauren.
Should we have, I feel like we should now name our trailers of the week, I Swear. Like every time you name your trailer, you have to say, like, my trailer of the week is Lauren, I swear.
I swear. I swear, I swear?
I swear.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because I swear a lot that this movie rings a bell for me.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that I'm swearing less?
I know. Is it because people can see you?
Yeah. I'm like self-conscious.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because now they can read your lips.
Right.
And they know it wasn't something I just inserted later.
Right.
All right. Ready to move on?
Please. So nice.
I got our old trailer exit put back on here. Of course, I had to sacrifice the news outro. So, anyway, this week, Penn and I watched a movie called The Bride.
Ah! Why do you say it like that?
Because this movie has an exclamation point at the
In
end
its title.
In its title.
Don't be confused.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not The Bride.
Right.
It's The Bride. Penn, tell me about your thoughts on The Bride.
What would you like me to say?
I want you to tell me about the movie.
The movie The Bride?
Yeah.
With an exclamation
Well, The Bride.
point? Yeah, The Bride.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you suspect that I didn't see this movie?
I know you saw it.
You know I saw it. Okay.
Someone told me you saw it.
Okay.
Inside track.
Yeah.
Inside trade.
Yeah. Insider baseball again.
Yeah.
I loved this movie.
Mm.
I went into it. Somebody said to me a week or two ago that they heard that The Bride is the movie that Joker Folie à Deux wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that got stuck in my head, and I couldn't agree with that assessment more. I think The Bride is better than Joker Part 2. I think The Bride is more engaging, more fun. Now, with all that being said, and it is the best movie of all time, but with all that being said, I also agree with some of what I read online and what I heard in the lobby, that there were parts that almost felt like they got glossed over or hurried through. There were scenes that were like the scene where they're dancing in the ballroom, which you never really find out if that's imaginary or if everybody's dancing along with them or like
I
what
think they're
happens.
dancing with them.
Right, but it's never 100% clear because it feels like a dream sequence.
Right.
You know, and the cops bust in and there's that whole chaos. Like, that's beautiful and incredibly well done, and that is a cinematic moment that I won't soon forget.
I think I agree. To go along with that, I think that is where they start showing that the things that we had been seeing that seemed imaginary were actually happening, and there's a spiritual, supernatural side of it, because those people are getting possessed.
Yeah.
To dance with them, because you see them like convulse before they start dancing with them.
Yeah.
And then later, when he thought he was just imagining himself on the screen, other people see it on the screen. So I think there's just a supernatural
I love movies that give you some confusing moments.
Yeah.
Where you have to really like, what are we doing here? What's happening? What is this? And I think that, so I asked my friend that I watched a movie with, what happened? So they just happened to body snatch a woman who happened to be possessed. So they get like a 2-for-1. So when they brought her back to life, they got a 2-for.
Well, so there's the supernatural side. So it alludes, from what I read to it, that Mary, I can't think of her last name, the lady who wrote.
Yeah, Shelley.
Mary Shelley. In this universe, while Frankenstein exists as a book and a movie, she wrote the events that made Frankenstein happen rather than the book via possession. So whether she possessed Frankenstein to make the monster or inspired him or whatever, and now she wants to write more.
Right.
And in doing so, you have to imagine like more of an omnipresence, and she kind of makes things fall into place.
Yeah.
So that this woman dies.
Yeah.
By possessing her.
Yeah.
So that she'll be the one that gets dug up.
Yeah.
And then continues to possess her slightly.
I loved the Bonnie and Clyde element.
Yeah.
You know, towards the later half of the movie when the two of them were sort of on the run. And by the way, Peter Sarsgaard was amazing as the detective.
Yeah.
And Penelope Cruz as his assistant, who at the end of the movie would become the full detective. Like, that was awesome. That was such a great storyline. It was balanced perfectly with the rest of the movie plot. It wasn't a throwaway, but it didn't take away from the narrative. And I just thought that was like, that's the difference between a good movie and a great movie, is when the supporting elements add to the main plot line.
I really, really enjoyed this movie. I didn't know what to expect going into it. I thought, it might be entertaining.
Yeah.
But I would tell you, by the time the title screen came up, the change in the premise with the possession thing had me so hooked. I was like, I like this movie.
You liked this movie 90 seconds into it.
Yeah.
Me too.
I was like, this movie's gonna have to do a lot to make me dislike it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's talk real quick about our friend Jessie Buckley, who we loved in Hamnet.
Yeah.
And we hope that she gets Best Actress.
Yeah. When this was done, I was like, this. I turned to Diamond Eyed Derek, long time not listener of the show.
Right.
And I said, I don't know how Jessie Buckley doesn't win an Oscar.
Right.
For something here.
Right.
Like, she's amazing.
Yes.
And she's a longtime actress, but I don't know why it's taken her so long to just. She all of a sudden is like the hit for actresses for me. Like, she's totally set a radar for like high prominence.
100% agree. She's the living example of the expression, it takes years and years of hard work to become an overnight success. Right.
Right.
And so we're huge fans of her. She was incredible. My concern with this movie and next year's Oscar race, because she's going to she's a front runner for this year's Oscar race for her work in Hamnet from last year.
Yeah.
But my concern is like, boy, Oscar voters are a fickle bunch. There's a reason why Oscar bait movies get released in December. It's because Oscar people are voting in December, January, February, something like that.
Yeah.
And by the time they're voting, they're going to forget about The Bride.
It's almost like they have pen catcher memory.
Yes, exactly. If you're in contention for an Oscar and you want to get my vote, you better hope your movie's the last one I see.
Exactly.
That's who's getting my vote.
Yeah. So I say best movie I've ever seen.
I agree, but real quick, any thoughts on Christian Bale? We haven't seen him in a while, have we?
Yeah. I thought he was fine. He did good. It felt very Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Like, especially every time he swore, it didn't seem like the character swearing. All I thought of was, "Oh, look at you, Lottie!" That whole that tirade that he went on on set. And but overall, I thought he was great. She carried the movie. It was her movie. He did well, but it wasn't the same caliber.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yep. Best movie of all time.
See, here's the thing.
Talk to me.
We've got to say best movie I've ever seen.
Best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, because so I'm going to be honest for everyone here.
Yeah.
This bit is stolen.
Oh.
Right? So if we say best movie of all time.
I didn't think the bit was stolen.
Yeah.
Who'd we steal it from?
We stole it from The Weekly Planet. And we stole it to make sure, and I stole it for good reason, but I changed the saying from best movie of all time, worst movie of all time, to best movie I've ever seen, worst movie I've ever seen, because so that we wouldn't be directly copying them. But now that we're on YouTube, which is their game land, we gotta like
Straighten up and fly right.
straighten up, fly right.
Well, here's the thing, because I always thought the reason why we said that was because you were making fun of me for my my tendency to either be all in or all out on a movie.
That's why we adopted it.
Gotcha.
But
I can remember. Do you remember? Like it had to be 3 or 4 years ago.
yeah,
I was complaining because I could never remember what we're supposed to say.
yeah.
And then who was it? Somebody mailed in, gave us a plaque that's actually hanging on my wall off camera.
Oh, really?
You can't see it, but they wrote what I'm supposed to say so that I would always remember it. We should like hang it up over there.
Oh man, you should just put it in front of you at all times.
I could just work
Best
it in.
movie I've ever seen, worst movie of all time.
Okay. Wait, you can't say worst movie of all time. You just told me
Yeah,
not
worst
to.
movie I've ever seen.
Worst. So it's just I've ever seen,
I've ever
period.
seen. Yeah.
It's the best or the worst. Now, what if I come in here one time and I'm like, that was pretty good. It was middle.
No. There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground?
There's no middle ground. That's the thing.
That's the bit.
There's no middle ground.
That's
you have
the
to
bit.
stick to that.
Because
if I give you any room, you're like water, and you just make the little
seep
tiny
through.
crack
Yeah.
wider and wider.
And my family will tell you I am nothing if not all about the extremes.
Right.
I'm either 100% into something or I'm just not interested.
And that's what you got to be.
Yeah.
So, all right. Best movie we've ever seen, The Bride. Next week, we're going to be watching Reminders of Him. I say that.
I was not given a voice in this conversation.
Did I write
Go
that in
ahead.
there?
Go ahead. You wrote it right the fuck in.
I know you wrote that in there.
I did not.
I didn't make that part of the notes. You wrote that
You
in
think
there.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't, because when I came to the notes, that was already there.
Okay. So you got a better idea?
No.
Okay.
You have a better idea?
No, I don't. Reminders of Him.
Yeah.
I think we should watch it because, first of all, let's get outside our comfort zone.
Right.
Let's expand our horizons.
Right.
We're in touch with our emotional selves. We can handle a sad movie for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll go see this movie. We'll bring some tissues and we'll cry a little bit. It'll be fine. And then the second reason that we should watch this movie is because the pre-sales are insane.
Wow.
Like this movie that nobody's ever heard of, everybody wants to see.
I have people that I'm going to see with that have been bugging me for over a month.
Yeah. And I love it when stuff like this happens. It's like the funniest thing ever. You put this movie on sale that nobody's ever heard of, and then you check the next day and there's 83 tickets sold to the first show, and you're like, what is this?
Now, Penn, give it to me straight.
Yeah.
Is this going to be one of those situations where you're like,
I will watch it.
you have to be out of the comfort zone, and then David gets out of the comfort zone, and Penn's like, you know what was really comforting? My zone that I didn't leave.
Right. I like my little zone. I stay here for a reason.
I was
It's
big
safe.
talk
I
about
know
the
where
other
everything
part.
is in my zone, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So what are you asking?
Are you going to see this movie?
Yes, I pinky swear I will watch
Okay.
this movie. Maybe I'll get Amy to watch it with me.
There
Although
you
it is
go.
sad, so she doesn't like sad
She
movies.
doesn't like sad. She doesn't like violence.
I know. It's hard. It's a sticky wicket.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us what you thought about The Bride at podcast@pencinema.com or about Reminders of Him. And that is that. Because we're done talking
It's
about
too loud.
movies. It is too loud.
Yeah. Next week we'll lower it,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe. Or knowing David, next week he'll jack up the volume. So it's him.
I'll put some different
So
sound
it's
effect in
unbearable.
the same spot. All right.
This week, David, we have a lot of listener feedback. We have some listener feedback. And it's the week. Can I say this? It's the week of the wives,
It is.
right?
It is. So this first, we're going to give the same theme to the wives
Yep.
until they write in enough times for us to give them their own nicknames.
Right.
And this one comes from
I just saw the most amazing thing in my entire life.
Yes.
this comes from Goonies Jason's wife. But so she signs her letter, Mrs. Goonie Jason.
Yeah.
Goonies
Yeah.
Jason, which implies that Goonies Jason is the last name, which makes sense because we've often called him two different things.
Encyclopedia Brown.
So his full name is Encyclopedia Bound Goonies Jason.
Right.
So that makes a whole lot
So
of sense.
thank you, Mrs. Goonies Jason, for confirming what we always suspected, that
Right.
Encyclopedia Brown's last name,
It's like a sports thing when we call
right,
him that.
is
Yeah.
Goonies Jason.
No, his first name is Goonies Jason.
No, because then she'd be Mrs. Smith or something. So his first name's Encyclopedia Brown.
Right.
His last name is Goonies Jason.
Goonies Jason.
Mr. Goonies Jason to you.
Yeah, thank
Right.
you.
He lets me call him Goonies Jason.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But Mr. Goonies Jason to you.
Professor.
Right, Professor.
Goonies
Doctor.
Jason.
Doctor.
Esquire.
And Doctor.
So, Mrs. Goonies Jason,
Mrs.
wife of
Mrs.
Encyclopedia Brown.
Mrs. Dr. Goonies Jason.
Yeah, Mrs. Dr. Goonies. She said, I want to say I'm enjoying watching the new podcast on YouTube. You guys make me laugh.
Hey. Oh.
That, to me, denotes a little bit of like, did you have some alcohol? Or
What that makes me
what's
think is that she's calling you funny looking.
You got to it.
Right.
You got to it. She says suggested for the cat name.
How are we going to handle cat names? Because we have a lot of. Should we leave the cat names for the last bit? We can collect the names along the way. Now, you and I have not talked about this off air.
Right.
But I'm 100% locked in on my cat name.
Is it from this list?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm 100%.
I say we leave it in. We can talk about them, but I say we give it another week.
Oh, another week to continue to collect names from
Collect
people?
names. Because I think once we show that people have written in, other people
We'll get more
will
cat
write
names.
in.
All right. Cat names, podcast@pencinema.com. But be warned, you got a high bar to clear. Because I think one of the names that was written in is head and shoulders above the rest.
Okay.
And you want me to tell you off air later, or we'll keep it
You
continue?
can tell it when we get there.
Continue to keep it a secret another week. Let me ask you: do you have an opinion? No. If you have
No.
to say then you don't.
I wasn't really struck.
Okay, I was struck.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead.
All right. Suggestions for the fat cat name. She says Walter or Albert. But there's one key thing missing here. She failed to explain why.
Right.
Which was one of the parameters that we
Yes.
sent out.
Yes.
So,
Right.
I mean, maybe she should go to one of your early childhood development
Yes,
things.
you should. And also, we don't like to call a cat fat cat. We like to call it big boned.
Big boned.
Right.
Yeah. So Walter or Albert, those are the first two.
I went with a friend of mine who's actually even taller and bigger than me. And,
Ridiculous.
And he helped me buy a bike. He was a professional football player in his day.
Whoa.
And this was back before I had a proper bike.
Yeah.
So I was learning a lot about biking, and he helped me pick out a bike. And we were in this bike shop, and the guy kept saying, well, for bigger guys, you got this kind of bike over here, blah, blah, blah. And then when you got bigger guys over here, then you're going to want this kind of stuff. Oh, this wheel is really good with bigger guys and all this kind of stuff. And my friend finally was like, wait, you calling me fat? So we had a good laugh about that. I always think about that.
Nice.
But anyway, all right. So shall I take the next one?
Sure. Oh, get down.
I probably wouldn't have committed to the dance if I'd known it was so long.
I mean, the thing is, you knew how long it was. You
I
just
know,
forgot.
but I could not contain myself. I was so excited.
Yeah, we'll work on short.
I love when Frodo writes in. Now, we have commented on this show before that Frodo, no relation to Kalo.
No.
Right. Just happen to both end in O, is a strong
Yeah.
O. We've commented on the show before that Frodo writes long emails.
And we love it.
Which we are here for.
Yes.
And she loves to tease me that I don't read them. Or maybe it's other people. I think Shady Lady joked about, Penn won't get past the third sentence. And that's fine. It's funny.
Yeah.
But I read every word that Frodo writes in.
You gotta.
You got it. Because it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really good stuff. So we have summarized it, and then we will review the summary.
Yeah, but show.
But also want to just share with our friends at home. Like we get some visuals this week. We get this long paper about some other stuff. We get this other page about some other stuff. And then we get another visual with another half page of some other stuff. So this is what we get when Frodo writes in, which we absolutely love.
Right. Please continue to do so.
And also we love that she starts every email with TLDR.
Yeah.
And
Sure
it was on this very show
Yeah.
that I learned what TLDR means.
Right.
Do you remember? Do
I think so.
you remember what it means?
Too long, did not read.
Right.
Yeah. So she says, I have a bunch of respect for Astro Boy and Usami Tezeku. I think that's the guy who made it in particular. Though it isn't the work of his that I'm most familiar with. I haven't read it, so I don't really have so much to say as you might expect. Still, live action remakes can go kick rocks, especially if they're adapting anime. Nothing all that new from me about Astro Boy. So last week we asked her specifically, what's up with Astro Boy?
Right.
You know,
Right.
what's going on there? Like, is this going to be worth it or whatever? And what do you got?
Her first attempt at explaining her feelings about Astro Boy were represented in this 8-panel comic.
Right.
Right.
And did you get it?
She's anti.
Yeah, she's anti. And I think I kind of am with her on that. I mean, but it's mostly just never a fan of Astro Boy. She also gave, she had a lot more to say. I will say she encouraged me with some Pokemon stuff.
Yep.
She had she said she's really looking forward to Mortal Kombat, which she's written in about before.
And she also had a pretty strong opinion or reaction, which I would say leans negatively about our topic last week with the Matrix 5.
The Matrix 5.
She was not really for it.
Right. And we weren't for it either. So.
And then before you get to what's left in the notes, one thing that she wrote in that I wanted to catch, which I thought was just freaking just one of the many reasons we love her. She's got she has a way with words. And she writes in regarding Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
She says, you say that Mortal Kombat 2 looks corny, and yeah, it looks both corny and cheesy, but you know what? I love nachos for a reason. What's up?
That's so true.
All right.
All right, she's got some cat names.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
She has Cheetah, the name of the cat that made the ambiguous cat meow that you often mostly hear used when a character is thrown off a screen. Valentino, after Thomas J. Valentino, one of the early Foley artists who also did cat sounds. And I had to look up how to pronounce this. Cabre. The original name for the original MGM lion, Cabre.
But the lion has more of a roar.
Yeah.
When we sit on the cat, it's more of a howl.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't sit on the cat and it goes, rawr. Right. We sit on the cat and go, rawr.
So that means I already know which one's your pick.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just no. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
You never would say anything.
Right.
And that's the thing.
Right. Exactly.
It's always a guessing game with you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, what's interesting is, where do you put Frodo? And what I mean by that is, you've brought up a few different generations of listeners.
Yeah.
You go way back. Chris Hall Productions and Derek-Eyed Diamond-Eyed Derek. Diamond-Eyed Derek.
Yeah.
Derek-Eyed Diamond.
Long time not listener.
Long time not listener, Diamond-Eyed Derek. Those guys go back to the early days. You know, Frodo goes pretty far back.
For the podcast?
Yeah. Day one? I don't.
Oh, she was year one.
Year one.
For sure.
Yeah. So I put her in like in the, the early years, but not, Chris Hall, LOL, Jamie, Black Bumper Becky. Like, that's your first generation.
The Abacus.
The Abacus is still with us.
Right.
He still writes in all the time. God bless him. He's not dead like Diamond-Eyed Derek.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason why I mention this is because we have a new entry into the latest generation. What I'm going to go out on a limb and say the greatest generation, which is our YouTube audience.
Right.
Right. And so we have a new entry, a new listener.
Right.
And he wanted to share the only thing he wanted to write.
Groundbreaking. Right?
The only thing he wanted to write in, this guy is the opposite. I love this guy. I don't know anything about him.
The opposite of Frodo.
He is the opposite of Frodo. He's the anti-Frodo. Yeah. But that's not his name.
Bizarro Frodo.
Bizarro Frodo, but that's not his name. That's not what maybe over time we will give him a different nickname.
Yeah.
But for now, his new nickname, or his nickname ever since he started writing in, is the Huntington Valley guy.
Right. And I'll tell you, when I was looking for sound effects,
yeah,
I was dead set on trying to find some sort of sound wave from the Huntingtons, one of my old-time favorite bands.
Sure.
And I thought that was a little too niche, and no one would get it, and I let it go.
Yeah. You could take a clip from Rocky, because Huntington Valley is a suburb of Philly. A lot of people from Huntington Valley identify themselves as being from Philly.
Being part of Rocky.
Right. Maybe this guy's a boxer, too. We don't know. Yeah, I mean, what if he was? If we put Rocky as his soundtrack and then it turns out he's a boxer, that's
perfect.
I'm dead.
Knocking out of the box.
Right. So Huntington Valley guy writes in, it says, "Thanks for adjusting my question on air, and I love that I am now Huntington Valley guy."
Never to be replaced. I think that's pretty solidified.
You think that's locked in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah. We have another first.
Please.
We do the gobble gobble. We do the turkey wobble. We do the gobble gobble.
That's right. Mrs. Mystery Gobble. Or is it just Mrs. Gobble?
I think
Mystery is his first name?
Yes.
Okay, so Mrs. Gobble.
First name Mystery, last name Gobble.
Right.
Right.
And is she Enigma Gobble?
Mrs. Gobble. Maybe. I don't
that
know.
her first name?
Yeah, I wouldn't know her.
Who would?
No.
Who would?
Right.
She says she wants to name the cat Jabba the Cat because Star Wars and just look at the cat. Enough said. Also, Mr. Gobble has his own song?
Is this her first time listening, watching? Like,
I feel like
come on.
she could have been supporting us all this time. But whose fault is it really?
Right.
Is
yes.
It her fault for not watching?
No.
Or is it the Mystery Gobble for not? I mean, I think for pretty much 328 shows now, including this one, we always end the show by saying, tell a friend.
Right.
And if he hasn't told her,
not once.
that speaks volumes.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
Defend yourself, Mystery Gobble.
Yeah, we want to hear what you have to say about that.
About that. Nothing else. We're not interested really in anything else you have to say.
No. But specifically,
Right, specifically
this one thing.
Right.
All right. I'm quite happy with this next one.
Hit it.
In a world where most are content to just listen to the Penn Cinema podcast, one man sets out to break the boundaries of conformity and with unparalleled keyboard justice, sends an email.
That's right. Trailer Master Jason wrote in.
That's an excellent sound effect, David.
Yeah.
I will give that to you.
I mean, if anyone deserves an introduction,
Right.
it's this man.
Trailer Master Jason.
Yeah. He says, just wanted to pass along a quick thought on Hoppers. My wife and I went on a date night on Friday night to see Hoppers and really enjoyed it. One of the funnier Pixar movies in a few years. We had a great theater experience and was filled with lots of families and kids, and it was hilarious to hear the kids react to parts of the movie. It added an extra layer of enjoyment to the film, and I'm being genuine. But also, shout out to the kitchen staff. Tried the cheese stuffed churros for the first time tonight, and they were phenomenal.
All caps.
Definitely will be getting them again in a couple weeks for Project Hail Mary.
Just to clarify, they are cream cheese filled churros.
That's right.
I think you said cheese stuffed.
Oh,
They're cream
Cream
cheese.
cheese.
Totally different ballgame.
Right.
And way better.
they are so good.
Yes. Oh my God.
They are so
Right.
good.
They are a big part of why I'm so slow on my bike.
You know what the biggest problem with them is, though?
No.
Is they're so good, you want to dig in right away. But I'm telling you right now, they are even better when they cool down a little bit. And the cheese is like not burning your mouth.
Do you finish your snacks before the movie starts?
Depends on what kind of snack it is. Like the churros I would eat during the
Like, do you sit through the trailers and save your snacks for when the movie starts, or do you sit down and start snacking?
I generally start snacking.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of control.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm crazy?
I see these people and like I watch a movie with them and they get their snacks and then we go sit down and then like they're watching the trailers and they haven't even started their snacks and I'm
And
like,
then-
what are we doing?
And the movie starts and it's the somber backstory
Always,
thing.
yeah.
And all of a sudden you hear
Right.
it's like you could have done that before the movie started.
That's why I like Twizzlers because no
Twizzlers
matter
so good.
how, first of all, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And second of all, no matter how sort of hungry or snacky you are, you can't just wolf them down. Like I could finish a pack of Goobers in one trailer
Yeah.
easily,
Yeah.
right? But Twizzlers, like you have to, like they can at least last the trailer package.
Right.
And usually,
Oh, yeah.
and usually they
Usually
last
a little
like
bit
into
more.
a movie a
Yeah.
little bit more. Same with a large popcorn.
Trailers is a lot more, or Twizzlers is a lot more bang for your buck.
Yeah, love me some Twizzlers. Ugh. I would be curious, podcast@penncinema.com. Hit us with some of your favorite snacks. Like, what snack routine am I missing out on? Like, I know people who buy a large popcorn and buy a Goobers, and then they sit down in their seat and they dump the Goobers into their popcorn.
That's crazy.
And the first time I saw that, I was like, I'm in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so one of these things I've been doing lately,
Yeah.
sidetrack, I've been trying to drink a gallon or more of water a day,
Oh, my God.
which is hard.
Seems like a lot.
It's a lot. It has its side effects. One of the side effects is everything tastes so much more vibrant.
Oh.
Like, I don't know what it is about washing everything out or whatever. So when I saw The Bride, I got some Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh.
And let me tell you, that was an experience. I was like, yeah. So, all right. Moving on.
One last.
No, 2 more.
Oh, snap.
So this one comes from, you can read it.
Oh, right.
The shadow knows.
That's right.
Unlike Diamond Eyed Derek, the Shadow is all the way live.
Yeah.
Right.
Fully.
Shadow writes in this morning and says, for some, I don't really get this. Is he referencing a joke that I'm forgetting?
I don't know. I don't have the note in front of me.
Okay. So Shadow writes in and says, "Good morning from your friend and nemesis, the Shadow." I guess he's just like leaning into the shadow thing. Yeah. Okay. "Good morning from your friend and nemesis, the Shadow. I drove from Lebanon to my favorite movie theater, Penn Cinema, to watch Peaky Blinders.
Whoa.
I was not overly excited about the end result, but not disappointed either. I could have done with some more story building with the son and how he came to lead the Peaky Blinders. I still give it the best movie I've ever seen. If you have not seen the series, you might not understand the movie." I disagree with that last statement, but whatever. Yeah, cool. So thanks for writing in, Shadow. Thanks for making the trip to see Peaky Blinders. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Glad you had a good time.
Yeah. We have one more.
Yeah.
This is our first of what we hope to be something that happens.
I don't know if I'm convinced that I hope this is a regular thing.
No?
We'll see how it plays.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays. And we'll see how it plays in the end result, and we'll see how much effort it takes to put into the end result. Like, we put out this call in our first video thing, and we were all excited because we were like, oh, now we can have people send in video, bits. And then I didn't really think about how that would be incorporated into the show, but let's see.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to play. This one comes from, and I'm even more proud of this one.
Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
That's right.
Tony Belange.
Yeah. He writes in.
Does this music ever stop, or is it like on loop?
It stops right here.
Is it on loop now?
It's a short thing.
It's too long.
I look at these things and I'm like, oh, it's like 20 seconds long. That's fine.
Too much.
And then I put it in and I see Penn's face and he dies. Like 2 seconds in.
Yes.
He's like, I might as well just not be recorded today because it's just going to be this thing.
7 seconds, David. That's what we have for it.
It's so ridiculous. I cut this down. It was like 3 minutes. And I cut it down. I was like, oh, this is perfect. It's got a nice intro.
Right.
It fades out
Right.
nice.
Perfect.
Too
bad it's forever.
He
tried to make me listen again, and he missed the button.
I missed the button. You don't know how difficult it is. I can't see. I got my microphone right in front of it. I'm guessing where the pads are.
He missed the button.
I'll cut it down to just one. I gotta take this board home anyway because I messed up. Yeah, it's got some vibes to it.
Okay, all right. If Frodo can have 20-minute intro,
right.
Shadow can have a 20-minute intro. That's fine.
Well, it's Tony Baloney.
Tony, that's what I meant.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Well, you've seen it, so I'll just
yeah.
This is Tony Baloney. I'm sitting here in my home.
This is great, by the way.
Nice hearty meal.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you a video response because, well, let's just say that I know you guys want a name for the kitty.
That was the big dramatic turn of the camera.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the name of the person who told me the story. I really can't.
Who's that in the
just so
background?
You know, it's someone you guys both know. I think the best name in the world for this cat is going to be Kitty Kalanick. I don't know how you spell it. It could be a K.
It's with a C.
K-A Lonick.
K.A. Lonick.
Anyways, you get the idea. If you don't know what a colonic is, you'll have to ask somebody who's very close to you right now, Penn.
Right.
And let's just say that they had the best birthday gift ever. So when you figure out who that person will be, let me know and what that person says. But I know Kitty Kalanick is a good name for this cat.
Kitty Kalanick is a terrible name.
Oh, play it again.
Oh, good. It's on loop. Just like his intro. Thank God.
Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
That's right.
Oh,
Tony Baloney. Tony Baloney.
so good.
All right. So he was alluding to a story.
No, we don't want to. We're not getting into that story. We are not
You've
getting
heard
into
the
that.
story?
Yeah, you told me this story personally, and then I've heard you tell it to other people.
Yeah.
And I do not think it is show appropriate.
You don't think it's show appropriate?
It is not show appropriate. We'll just say that David has a funny Kitty Kalanick story, and if you ever get the pleasure of bumping into him
He's gonna
somewhere,
be so sad that you shot it down.
I'm shooting it down, Tony.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
He went through all that work.
It was great work. Do another one.
It was so
Yep.
much work.
Yep.
It was what someone referred to as all the work.
All the work. I think referencing Kitty Kalanick and leaving it at that is funny and worth the effort.
Right.
I don't think we need to get into who did or did not give you a Kalanick for your birthday when you were a little kid.
Who knows?
Or maybe it was last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or both.
We'll never find out.
Yeah.
There's no way to
mystery.
know. Yeah. Just like Mrs. Gobble.
She's an enigma.
She's an enigma. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we can't answer those questions, then that only leaves one really big question left for the day, right?
I'm off the rails, man. I'm so smoked.
So, yeah. All right. The final question
Yes,
of the
please.
day, the big question.
I don't have a tie or anything, but
I don't know what you're going to do here.
I'll muddle through it.
Everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
Pen,
Yeah.
what's up with you?
Once
Wow.
again, I was ready just in the nick of time.
Right.
I got a lot to do. I got to straighten up. I got to get my situation squared away. I got to get my desk cleaned up. But I still make it just in the nick of time.
I was really, 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 really tempted to put the dramatic fart back on here.
Oh my God.
But I didn't.
Thank you.
I didn't.
Thank you.
So, yeah. Because you're never prepared for the dramatic fart.
I'm never ever ready for that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's up with you, Penn?
Oh my God, I have no idea. What am I up to? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm up to. I watched actually this very morning. I watched The Immortal Man, the Peaky Blinders story, which is a new movie out of Netflix.
Yeah.
It's currently playing in theaters with a full theatrical run. It was our #2 movie this week, behind Hoppers. Hoppers was a huge hit, and Peaky Blinders was a solid #2 title behind it. And I will agree with what The Shadow said, which is that I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I felt like there could have been a little bit more character building. Here's the thing. I disagree with what he said that like you do not have to know the series to enjoy the movie. It's an incredibly straightforward storyline. There's a dad gangster whose son has taken over the family business, and the dad has to get back into the business to save his son essentially from himself, right? My critical. So first of all, I will just the short version is I loved this movie.
Oh.
I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it again.
shocked.
I know.
Who would have thought?
Best movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
Even better than whatever we reviewed this week, The Bride. The Bride. What I did notice throughout the movie is that once you sort of realized what the plot was going to be, the movie is basically one long act.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like if it was a book, it would be one long chapter. And a lot of times in movies, you're like, oh, I really enjoyed the movie, but the third act was weak. And I can see where people could break this up into 3 acts. But to me, it felt like I said, one long act. Like there's the dad and he's wrestling with his own demons, and there's a son who's wrestling with his own demons. And the two of them have to come together to save the son from himself. And in so doing, they fight the bad guys and win. And so lo and behold. Now, an interesting part of this movie, an interesting part of the theatrical presentation.
Whoa.
Cillian Murphy came on screen at the beginning. It was like credits, like there was words on the screen. And he said, by orders of the Peaky Blinders, don't share spoilers. So I'm going to honor that and not say anything else about what happened in the movie. But
interesting.
Yeah, I will say I think anybody would like this movie. And if you're a fan of Peaky Blinders, you would definitely like this movie.
Interesting.
Amy and I also dipped back into Bridgerton season 2 or 3 or whatever.
Not the new one.
I think is the new one 4?
Yeah.
So we started watching season 3 because we started watching season 4 and we were like, we have no idea what's going on. I find this show really hard to watch. I don't mind sitting there and watching it if I'm doing something else, but I'm not into it. It's not my thing.
I think it's fun over the top drama.
Okay.
But I mean, I didn't watch the new season on Netflix.
Yeah. And then last but not least, one that I do recommend, which is on Netflix, recommended to me by Ayo, How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. Takes place in Ireland, obviously, and it's these 4 girls. It's incredibly creative storytelling, incredibly fresh plot, narrative, dialogue. Everything about it is different. Everything about it you've not seen, right?
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you what it's about exactly because it's so mysterious. Like the way they present it, they reveal pieces of the story sort of one thing at a time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's called How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. So I recommend Peaky Blinders and How to Get to Heaven from Belfast, which is on Netflix. David,
Yeah, what?
what's up with you?
Me? I didn't even know if you were going to ask.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah. Well, as I spoke last week, I started the Pokemans.
You got a lot of people wrote in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to say, Ken, I'm just under 3 hours in. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why the Pokemon's so popular. Well, I mean, from this one, I don't get it. I'm going to give 6 hours max, and then I'm out.
Yeah, outie.
If it doesn't catch me by then, you're not the video game guy. You need a little. You gotta give some games a little time.
Yeah.
To
Sure.
get out of the
Sure.
long tutorial area.
Right.
But as of right now, I don't get it. So I might not go too far with that. This week, one of my big things is, because I don't know if you know, because you didn't say anything, right?
Right.
I got new glasses.
Oh, are those them that you're wearing?
Or are those them?
They look great.
Yeah, they are.
Are they the correct script, or did you decide to go with like the 4th version?
There might be some problems, but we're better.
Okay.
I'm wearing them.
All right. You drove here.
I drove here. I didn't get in accidents.
Okay.
So I'm going to read.
Okay.
And I'm going to read this book, Dungeon Crawler Carl. That's immensely popular.
Obviously.
And I'm being told that it's amazing. And I want to know, podcast@pencinema.com, if you've read Dungeon Crawler Carl and how great it is.
What's it about, or what's the premise?
Aliens come and there's an apocalypse, and they put some guy and his ex-girlfriend's cat in a maze.
Okay.
In a dungeon maze, and he's got to get through for their entertainment.
Yeah.
So it's like a comedy, sci-fi, fantasy. I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is that I've had several people say it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's got all the there's like several books, and now it's getting all this different merch and everything. I don't know if there's a movie coming, but there's all this stuff's coming out for it. And then my friend that has read it was like, I couldn't put it down, and I read all of them.
Maybe we should read it at the same time.
Well, the funny
like a
thing
book club?
If we did that, it would take us 738 years.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at you. If you read this book before Dune,
yeah,
I swear is a movie.
Well, is it 8,000 pages long with words that you can't pronounce, or is it in English?
I haven't opened it up yet.
All right. Well, here's the deal. If it's in English,
yeah,
then I'll read it. And if it's less than 500 pages, I will read it.
Target had a buy one get one half off, and what I did is I bought the first one and got the second one half off.
Nice.
I was like, all right, I'll dip in for that price.
Why'd you get a second one?
Well, there's like 6 or 8 of them right now.
Oh, it's a whole series.
Yeah.
Is it current, or is it something that like came out a long time ago and you're just now getting turned on to it?
Well, I mean, I'm just now getting turned on to it, but they're still being written.
Okay, so if we're into it, it could be a new thing.
Right.
Because do you remember my New Year's resolution?
What was that?
To read a book a month.
Really?
Yeah. And
All
I
right.
have so far only reread books that I already love.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Dungeon Crawl.
Let's see
Carl,
if you get
Carl.
it. If
Now, listen, I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm told it's a comedy.
If it's a bunch of made up weirdo words like Dune that I can't pronounce,
It's
if
not
I
gonna-
can't pronounce the main character's name, I'm not reading it.
Well, his name's Carl.
Carl, so I should be able to
Should
handle
be
that.
able to handle that.
Right.
But it's supposed to be funny, crazy, action-packed.
I'm in.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God,
And then
this is so exciting.
I started watching a show that has gotten me hooked after one episode last night. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Mighty Nine. Not nine is in the number, but N-E-I-N. Like, yeah. So it's high fantasy action made by the Critical Role people. I'm fully on board so far after one episode because I like their other show.
Critical Role?
The Critical Role is the company.
Yeah.
Their other show that they did was also really good. I can't think of the name because why could I when I want to?
Right, please.
Yeah. All right, that brings us to the end of the show.
Thank God.
Who would have thought? We started,
Right,
and there would be an end.
right. I, for a little while, didn't think there was going to be an end.
It felt like that,
Right.
especially towards the beginning.
Right. Especially when you were playing theme songs that each one was 45 minutes long.
Yeah, who would do that,
Right.
right? I didn't press it hard.
Thank you. So he missed it, and then he couldn't.
And
Okay.
then I let it go.
All
The
right.
newborn,
All right.
I'm getting used to it.
Okay.
All right, so look, if you want to be a part of the show, the best way to do that, is to email us like these great people, podcast@penncinema.com. But if you want to support the show, Penn, what's the best way to do that?
Best way to support the show is to write in and tell me your favorite snack combinations for your movie-going pleasure.
In the theater
Yeah.
or at home?
Yeah. No, in the theater. I said movie-going, not television going.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't come at
you
me
said
with your
that,
homemade bullshit.
but
I'm talking about the
I wanna
good
tell
stuff.
you, not everyone is as hip to the lingo. I already said you're the master of lingo.
Right.
And we know people get it wrong.
Right.
People who we thought were intelligent.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously, I'm interested. I want to hear what you like to buy at the concession stand when you're coming in to see a movie.
Okay.
And if you do not like to buy, if you're the type of person who sneaks in a bottle of water in your purse, that's fine. I mean, it's not really fine, but it's whatever. Then just tell a friend how much you enjoy the show. Either one of those two things will support the show.
And if you don't have a friend, tell us.
Tell us. We're your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.